Hey guys, here's a way to flood your website with so much traffic you won't believe it. So let me walk you through the strategy and show you how to implement it. So what we're going to do is reach out to influencers. We're going to choose as many influencers as we can find, really, the ones that meet our criteria. The criteria that we're looking for are not massive influencers, not ones that have got, hundreds of thousands and millions of followers. We want to go for people who have got sizable audiences, but are also likely to respond to us and likely to work with us. So the strategy is we reach out to a bunch of influencers. We ask them all to take part in what's called a roundup post. So we ask each influencer the same question. We get their answer, we compile it into an article, and this article gets widely shared. It gets widely shared by the people who read it. These work amazingly well for social media traffic, and also the influencers who take part in it are more likely to promote it as well because they're delivering valuable content to an audience. So if everyone shares this, everyone's going to benefit, especially you. So let me walk you through the strategy. So there's really 4 parts. We need to find influencers. I'll show you how to do that in a second. Then we need to warm them up so we don't go in cold. Then it comes to the actual pitch. So I'll tell you how to do that. And then we compile the answers and publish. So it's just really 4 steps to making this work. So the first starting point is going to be Buzzsumo. So if we go to Buzzsumo, and this will give you a limited number of free searches every month, what you're going to do is type in your niche. So this really comes about because one of my students is trying to drive traffic to his website, and we came up with this plan. So really, I'm creating this because I know it's going to benefit you as well. So he's in the bodybuilding niche. So we go bodybuilding. If I can spell it right, bodybuilding. And now we have the best performing content in that niche. So we know what works. But if we go to this tab, influencers, we can see the most popular influencers in this niche. So we can find authors, Facebook pages, and Twitter. Let's start with Twitter. So there you can see we've put in bodybuilding. We've got a few different options here, which you can choose as well if you want to. But basically, you're going to get a list of the biggest influencers on Twitter. So what I want you to do is be very selective about the keywords you use. So if you're going for something like bodybuilding, you're going to get influencers who have got a following that is too big. So think about the long tail keywords you use. And I wouldn't, if someone's got a following of over 100,000, they're probably going to be too big. But this does vary from niche to niche. So that's how you find influencers. But we can also go to Amazon. And if we type in bodybuilding, here we're going to get authors. Now, the way to find the right type of authors, obviously we have to go to books. So let's do that. So if we have a look, this one, so this has got 356 comments. The fact that it's also by Arnold Schwarzenegger, let's ignore that. But if it has 356 comments, then it's a huge book, and the author is probably not going to be willing to talk to you or take part in this roundup. So what you need to do is find authors that are selling. So this one could be good. So Kyle Hunt, very careful how I pronounce that. Kyle Hunt. So 43 reviews. That could be worth reaching out to Kyle Hunt and asking if they want to take part. So go through Amazon. Here's another one, James Atkinson. So as you can see, they're not massive authors. They're not selling, millions of copies or whatever. But they do have an audience. People know who they are. So that's the level you want to be at. So we've found influencers. Next, we need to warm them up. So how do you warm them up? Well, there's a couple of ways of doing this. The first, the easiest way, is probably linking to their website from your website. So if you're writing an article, or if you can go through previous articles, just add a relevant link to an article on their website. Now, if you're using WordPress and they're using WordPress, guess what? As soon as you click that link that's been published, that's linked on the article, it sends a track back to them. So it notifies them that your website has linked to theirs. So this is a really good way to open the door to get on their radar, because if you are already promoting them, they will be more receptive to you and your message. Another way is to just engage with them on social media. Spend a week or two liking their stuff, sharing their stuff, leaving comments, and also comment on their blog as well. Use your name, get your name recognized. This is the warm-up part of the equation. Next, we move on to the pitch. The pitch is really simple. So you just open with a compliment, because, you know, these guys are publishers, they're authors, influencers. Of course, they like their ego being stroked. So you open with a compliment, but make it really personal. So demonstrate that you actually follow them, you know what they're about, and reference it. So this tells them that you, amongst everyone else who's asking for their attention and their time, you actually know who they are. You've taken that time to get to know their message. So you reference that, compliment them, and then you say, look, I've got this website, I'm compiling, or I'm asking, inviting the most respected industry figures and leaders to take part in this roundup. I'd be honored if you could consider taking part. And then when they come back to you, it's game on. There you go. How many of these influencers should you reach out to? As many as you can, because not all are going to respond. But if you can get 10 who agree to take part in it, that's going to be a pretty sizable article for you. It's going to be at least 1,000-word article, which is great for SEO too. So you've got your pitch, they're on board. All you have to do is discover or come up with a burning question that people in your industry really want answered. And then you give them a question and you say something like, in 100 words, how would you solve this problem? Or what is the best way to X? And if you have 10 of these authors giving you 100 words each, that's a 1,000-word article, right? Then you compile it together. You keep in touch with all the influencers that agreed to take part. You tell them the publication date, and then you build up. It's almost like a bit of a countdown. So you don't tell them every day that, 3 days to publication. But what you do is say, it's going live on this date. Everyone's going to promote it. So you will probably get a spike in traffic to your website. Of course, as part of the pitch, you do promise to link to their website too. That's really important. And then you compile all their answers. The day before, you say, we're going live tomorrow, I'll send you the link. And then on the day of publication, you send that link. And you will notice that all, or if not all, most of the influencers who've taken part will promote you, promote that article, and flood your website with traffic. So that's one method, but it's not the best. If you want the best strategies I've got, I'm going to give you the most powerful one I have for free when you go to profitcopilot.com/traffic. And listen, thank you everyone for all your lovely feedback and your beautiful comments. They mean the world to me. Thank you so much for those. That's really helping me at the moment. Thank you guys. And if you found this useful, give it a thumbs up below. Subscribe to the channel too. Hit that little notification bell so you never miss an update from me. And I will hopefully see you again in a couple of days' time. Take care.